Hello and welcome to the final 9 of the 2024 Ledgestone Open presented by Grip Equipment. We made it. It's a marathon out here at Sunset Hills. We've never played it this many times in a row that I can remember. I'm Erika Stinchcomb.
I'm Madison Walker. We're your two hot geese.
Honk. We're watching Holyn Handley in control, looking calm and confident heading into the back 9. It's hers to lose, it looks like. Hailey King, the only one really in contention to catch her. Feels kind of like a podium race below that.
Definitely. Holyn, if she is erroring at all on any tee shot, she's making sure to play safe and just recover the par, not going super aggressive out there. And that is enough really at Sunset Hills. Not a super punishing course if you're not playing aggressively. Cadence Burge right now in the clubhouse with the 8 down, hot round of the day. Played lights out today. Right now, we're just going to try to see if Hailey can catch Holyn on the back 9. Let's start with hole 10, 300 feet. Uphill, plays like 340 or 350, a very challenging line. The way the drone is flying is not very feasible because of an early, very low tree. Most players going up the gut and tangoing with the willow and the very thick, dense bushes. There's 2 of them you're supposed to get over the top of. There's also an out of bounds line around that warehouse. I never know what to call it.
Me neither. I also prefer a cha-cha around the fern.
Yeah.
Versus a tango around the willow, but to each their own.
God.
Oh, wow.
Great distance. Okay.
And a nice little roll, too.
Huh.
So
I like
good.
the flex forehand. Hailey just trying to go up the middle, or maybe this is a safe play. Just get over those bushes and not mess around, and that worked great.
I feel like there's a little messing around, just like a hint.
Yeah,
Kinda
you have to mess around
just a bit to get a look. Holyn going up kind of the more apparent line, but these bushes, can be brutal. She did get on the other side of it. If you have to putt from in there, you are not having a fun time.
I feel like on a whole heat map, that's like a very red area.
Yeah.
Everyone's right there in that corner.
Very irritated.
Stacie.
Oh, no. It's out of bounds. Stacie just kind of trying to hang on here.
That was brutal.
Currently in 10th. Again, she's had a few top 10s this year. And yeah, I'm sure she just wants to put together a good back 9 for pride and positioning and points. The 3 Ps.
Perfect. Holyn giving it a long run. That's a pretty technical putt, not a lot of room to work with. Oh no, wide open. Just a bit outside the circle.
Leaves it low. Hailey to take another stroke on the leader, bring it within 3. There we go. All right, we got a ball game here.
Yeah, we do. Brings it to what, 3 strokes now?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Hole 10 is a toughie. There were only 4 birdies, only 5 people getting to circle 1 in regulation. Honestly, this is the only hole I would complain about. It's not my favorite.
I can tell by the honestly.
10.
The sigh into the honestly.
Yeah, it's a rough one. It just feels a little fluky, a little chancy. Unless you have 350 feet of solid distance, which props Hailey King.
And maybe just a touch of luck.
Yeah. You got to have both.
Yep.
And if you don't have either, then you
That's
go
a
4
nightmare
over.
hole.
You go 4 over on this hole on the weekend.
Hole 11, a downhill par 3, 393 feet. Plays shorter, but still very technical with this right side hill. You see a lot of discs that are kind of flex over towards the hill, and if you're not careful, you can kind of burn early. You want it to flex back into this green and not go into that pond or the OB that is short left. Mostly you see circle 2 looks here. Gettable, but kind of in that bonus level birdie.
Yeah, we've seen that OB on the left side come into play a lot more than you'd expect with these players that can throw really far. Hailey made that mistake yesterday. Going to try not to do that again today. Really pushing it, but
leaves it pretty short.
Yeah, I think it's tough to play aggressive after finding that OB.
Yeah. Well, and she can find OB deep so easily.
Yeah.
Own with the flex forehand.
Yeah, she could find that pond.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to land pretty early here. Probably 80 or 90 feet away.
Ooh.
Holyn with a vulture, putting a lot of height on this, getting some good turn, and now it's fading. Really pretty flex.
Wow.
So good.
That's one of the more aggressive shots we've seen from Holyn today. And I like the time she picks to make her move.
Yeah, with Hailey sitting outside the circle, forcing her to make the putt to keep pace. Let's see it again. Who did it better, Holyn Handley or Missy Gannon yesterday?
Ooh, I think Holyn. I love Holyn's line.
Pretty.
I love really trusting that flex shot, and she put it so high. That's scary on this hole.
Mm-hmm. Really impressive. Stacie trying to work a similar line here. It's holding a little bit longer.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
That's a flex. And I don't mean the type of shot. I mean, that was a pure hyzer pretty much. It was so impressive.
Ooh. I'm giving it a good run from distance.
Yeah, nice little downhill bid. Ooh.
Dang. Hailey shrugging. It's going to be back to a 4-stroke difference. Great to see Stacie convert on the birdie here.
Her second of the round today. Maybe a little momentum shift for her.
Yeah, back to even par. Plenty of birdies out there.
Hailey King with a par. Just having to walk over Holyn's birdie. Parked for birdie job. Scoggins also taking a par. Holyn, the only player. Oh, I'm on the wrong hole. Holyn, one of 3 people to park hole 11, and that's so impressive. Only 8 people got to circle 1 in regulation out of 24. Only 7 birdies today on hole 11. And that's with the best in the world right now, folks, or at least at this tournament.
Best in the world that are here. Yep. Missing some Europeans.
Yeah, they're pretty good. They're all right.
Yeah, if you like that kind of thing. Oh, it's hole 12.
It's 383 feet. It's a choice here, a decision. Do you want to play aggressive, put it way out over the water, and try to attack this putting surface that's sloped and can very easily roll out of bounds? Or do you want to kind of chip something up a little bit earlier and mess around with a putt? Those guardian trees really do come into play if you come in a little bit early and left. But it's scary to put your disc down close to that OB line on the right side.
Finally, a tee pad long enough for a Holyn Handley run up.
Yeah, new tee pad. They did a great job with distance. Holyn playing with the OB line high.
Yeah, she's in it. Door back open. Or Hailey. A lot of back and forth here.
We saw Stacie birdie this one yesterday with a really technical knee putt, but that is not going to do it. She might be out of bounds as well.
I think perhaps she got away with it. We'll see when we get down there. Hailey swinging it out way wider, which is what you need to do if you're trying to park the hole. There are some final trees that can get in the way. And yeah, I'm not sure if she hit something or just never swung all the way back in, but she's going to be OB pretty early.
Yeah, a little too straight, a little too low. Both of those combined, almost good. Owen with a more linear route, really trusting this overstable disc. I love this play.
Yeah, great shot.
It looks so easy, but it's not something that everybody can do.
Yeah, just a tight, low, nose down flex.
Yeah, no
to
big
circle
deal.
2.
Yeah, not that hard.
Really tight and controlled.
Hailey goes out of bounds a long time ago, has to throw a chip up, but that is really great. This is a pretty technical shot. Stacie just short of that OB.
Only able to see the band, it looks like, and she's just laying up, which is smart on this hole. Though you don't always get away with it. Even the layup can pick up and roll. Holyn, decision time here, trying to save the par. She actually just lays up.
Yeah,
with Hailey taking the bogey, it makes sense.
A nice par save from Stacie. Not happy with the drive. But this one's really tough to birdie. We're 6 birdies today, which I think is the most we've seen all weekend. Very impressive. This ties for the top 5 most difficult holes of the day. Only 6 people got inside the circle. 2 bogeys on our lead card, and they are our 2 leaders in the field right now. We love the new tee pad on that hole, but man, it makes it a hard one.
It was hard before.
It was.
Discraft built for flight. Built for flight.
Hole 13, an island hole, par 3, 280 feet. The gap has been widened since this drone has flown through. If you want to go for it, it's kind of a 2 or a 4. If you miss, you go to a drop zone that almost nobody makes. You can lay up and just play for par, though. I suspect we'll see most of these ladies go for it. It's a bit of an uphill tee pad, so it can make it kind of difficult. It feels like you can't quite get enough power sometimes going through, or you grip lock to overcorrect. That's why you see these misses like Stacie a little bit early. And you see, again, that sometimes the miss to the right like we saw earlier.
Yeah, this gap looks absolutely gigantic now, but the uphill tee pad really does mess with you. Owen making it look easy, though, just outside the bullseye for birdie.
Holyn really playing clean through the middle stretch of this course. Holyn going for it, hanging it out to the right. It needs to swing in, and it does. Beautiful. Pressure on for Hailey.
Hailey grip locking it a little bit, and
Yep.
she's going to get tangled up on the right side. She does kick backwards, though, and lands safe. She, thankfully, is not going to take a bogey here. It's a pretty simple little chip up to the green.
Very fortunate break there. Still going to lose the stroke, it looks like, to Holyn, though. Stacie from the drop zone. Gives it a bit of a run. It's a difficult one. I don't know of anyone else who made it besides Chantel personally. Great birdie from Owen.
Yep, Chantel was the only one to make that drop zone putt, maybe on the weekend.
Yeah. And she did it twice.
So cool.
Hailey fortunate to get that good break and keep it just to a par. But she's going to lose another stroke to our leader.
With that widened gap, I think if you watched yesterday, we had a spotter come in early before all the rounds started and just annihilate a whole bunch of trees on the right side. With the widened gap, there were 10 birdies today, almost half the field getting it. Really big change from prior rounds.
Jumping ahead to Lisa Fakis on chase card, currently in a tie for third, throwing the second approach shot, which is a forehand. She swings in just in time. This often leaves, this exact putt. So many people putt from here. Another hot spot on the heat map or whatever you called it, of where people win.
Pile.
Yeah. Great putt.
Big downhill putt from Lisa Fakis to get another birdie after kind of a long string of pars.
Yeah, on day one when the ground conditions were wet, Madison asked, the wet sticks on the hole 17, I made a putt from there and I knew exactly where she was talking about.
They're slippery.
Yeah,
They're
are.
all slippery.
Yeah.
Hole 14 is 330 feet. I think it plays pretty true, maybe just a titch longer, or maybe that's just the OB lines really getting into your head, making you overthink how aggressive you want to be on this tee shot. No wind that you have to worry about today, but a little bit of a low ceiling as you come into circle 2. The OB line on the left side bubbles out as you get towards the basket, so you can be a little more aggressive and a left finishing shot. That right side comes up really tight, though, on anyone trying to work a flex.
On one of the only people, if not the only person, throwing a forehand flex shot into the green.
So good.
Fantastic.
Her forehand has so much distance. It keeps getting longer and longer.
Yeah, it seems like this year significantly longer than last year overall. Holyn with more of a dead straight backhand at it. That's looking amazing.
She's so good at this shot.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Leaning on the pole, basically. It was her Athena.
Exhibit A. Yeah, we're going to get a follow flight, too.
Straight this thing is. Wow.
So good. Just the perfect amount of speed to get to the pin.
Cool to see so many follow flights this round. Hailey hanging it out a bit more to the right, getting a little bit of fade here.
That tree is a really great spot to land. Pretty simple putting. Let's see if Stacie can bounce back from that last bogey. She's been doing a good job stringing together a birdie after a bogey. Look at her.
Beautiful. Look at her. Hailey up first for the birdie bid. No problem.
There were the same amount of birdies on hole 14 as hole 13. Seems like a much easier hole, but it is strangely difficult to reach. A lot of circle 2 looks. 18 people got to circle 2 while only 10 got to circle 1.
And here's 4 of them right here.
Oh, that's wild.
Yeah. And it's a star frame. Yeah. $25 to Edge.
Yes. Edge dance.
Holyn still 5 strokes.
Yeah, holding strong.
Only 4 to go.
And I mean, not looking like there's anything that can go wrong here. She's just so solid.
I mean, if you're going to mess up a hole, though, could be this one.
True
Hole
that.
15 is a par 4, 555 feet. OB on the left that can come into play if you hyzer out early. There's OB on the right, but it almost never comes into play. You want to get even with this tunnel and line yourself up so you can shoot down it. It's probably like a 25-foot tunnel, something like that, depending on where you land. Great 2-shot hole, always plays over par though. Everyone can birdie it, but the landing zone's so precise, and the upshot can be really difficult depending on if you land on the side hill over to the right. The mistake people are going to make is ending up too far on the right or a little too short like this.
Yeah, Own just playing for par now. Ideally, it's pretty simple to play for par from there, but there's just some little technical shots that are pretty easy to mess up. And that 225-foot tunnel that Erika was talking about is pretty tight.
Wow. We saw this from Holyn yesterday, too, going past that tree. No one does this.
No.
She's inside the tunnel already. Usually you're just trying to line yourself up with it. Unreal. Hailey, too early. Catches the right side, is drifting towards OB.
Ooh, she's got to be close to the line there.
Very. And a very technical pitch up. Par is not guaranteed from there. Ooh. Ooh. Okay,
Beautiful.
good trust. Awesome
yeah.
shot.
That's great.
Man, and that's definitely the way to do it, but it's so scary to just throw straight at the out of bounds and trust yourself. Trust your disc. Ooh, own pretty tight on the corner. Gotta get around it.
Hailey, not going to really be able to wrap the corner very much. And trying to can kind of put you into a weird spot. See what she has from there.
She did a good job of not going too deep. Stacie's second. She's lined up, opting for the forehand. There is a lot of room on the left in the air. Oh my! Did that go through?
It did. It went through the backside of the chain.
Oh, that would have been so cool.
Out
if
of
it
her
stuck.
hand, pure. Unbelievable.
Oh, I'm happy to see this again from the catch cam angle. Oh, wow. Left side. She'll still have to make a putt, which is kind of a bummer, but just to have a birdie look on this one is rare. So cool. Great reaction, Cam.
What a highlight from Stacie.
Hailey's third, working a slow speed sidearm. A little too slow.
Yeah, really trusting her putt there.
Holyn had this kind of same awkward angle as yesterday. Wow, beautiful shot.
Yeah, great correction. That did not look great out of her hand, but it worked perfectly.
I think that's the only angle she had.
Yeah, to have to like knife it in.
Mm-hmm.
Wild. Not something you practice all the time.
Unable to throw a backhand here. Hyzering more than you'd like. Also, gonna have to trust her putt for the par here. She's outside the circle.
And that deep corner of the green can be rough. It's pretty obstructed. Lots of little trees.
Yeah.
Hailey not quite as clean as we saw on the front nine.
The door rapidly closing for Hailey's chances.
Own for it.
Ah, great looking putt under the branch and everything. She had to keep that so linear. There's so much force. Stacie for a birdie from a knee. She's pretty good at these. Almost. A little low. I always have a hard time generating power from a knee putt. Stacie does a good job of it generally.
It's a lot about like timing with your elbow and wrist, and it is something that I think you have to practice a lot. It is a weird motion. Stacie makes it look so easy.
Yeah, she's great at weird motions.
There's only 3 birdies on hole 15, the most difficult hole of the day. Again, Holyn with the tap in, Emma Arp and Missy Gannon also got it.
Whoa. A lot of geese here on hole 18 as we watch Lisa Vegas finish the round throwing this beautiful flexing shot. We've seen her throw this so well. And it does fade out, but she will have a putt. I faked me out so hard. It faked me out so hard.
Me too. Ooh, I like that Ella's opting for the forehand here.
And she threw that so hard. That forehand, so much force.
Lisa from distance, circle 2.
What a way
outta
to
here.
finish. Come on. The Lisa Vegas of old.
So cool to watch her throw these in.
She's so good at it.
So far uphill. Let's see if Ella can do the same. Yes.
Wow.
Not one to get big putted.
What a great finish for those two. Some huge putts.
The mint green twinsies. Big
Yes,
putts.
they will forever be known.
Holyn now with 7 strokes through hole 15 and tied for the hot round of the day.
Gosh, Lisa Vegas in a tie for second with Hailey with that finish.
Hole 16 is a gettable par 3. as the FPO is able to throw farther and farther. It's 352 feet. It used to be one that not a lot of players were accessing, but we see a lot of circle 2 putts here now. No out of bounds you have to worry about on the right side. On the left side, if you go too far or a little bit too nose up, you can find it off the tee very easily. I like a forehand here as well, but it takes a lot of power.
Something Holyn Handley has never been known for. Holyn working this really tight flex line. It's such a narrow gap, as you can see. You're not too surprised when you hit a tree trying to hit that line.
Stacie trying to do it as well.
Overturned.
Yeah, kind of surprised. I feel like she has been working a really great late flip game. Surprised to see her aggressively turn one.
I think there's just something about the pin being so far on the right that kind of makes you turn it instead of trusting the disc.
Totally.
Own working the flex in a beautiful way. Leaves it just a bit short with that tree hit.
Hailey Keene gonna pull out the sidearm as well. We haven't seen her use it as often lately. She was having some trouble with it, but this looks great. Circle 2 is good on this hole. 6 people only got to circle 1 in regulation.
Holyn with a bit of an upshot left here. Not bad.
She's got some wiggle room.
Yeah, not great, not bad.
Stacie goes so far.
And oh my, I was just gonna say too, everyone else in the field just about throwing backhand there. She goes little touch sidearm.
Ball don't lie. After the last shot, yeah.
No way. She's like, oh, I missed that last throw in. Here, watch this.
Oh, that is the coolest shot ever.
Yeah, that's my favorite shot in disc golf. That little turnover-y, slow speed disc that pans at the end.
Yes.
Way to get it, girl. Run it in.
I'm so happy to see something going right for Stacie today.
She's like working up this hill.
Look how far she just had to run.
Yeah.
Look how long her legs are. That's a tall hill.
It's a steep hill. She was pushing. So cool.
What a little technical shot. That's crazy.
Come on. No! That's
What?
a Jomez if I've ever seen one. It was in the basket for a full second. She was mid-celebratory jump.
No way.
Yeah, I hope we see her jump in celebration in this Jomez.
Oh, that.
Look at her. No! Brutal.
That is brutal.
That's gonna be in contention for Jomez of the year.
Yeah, that's so much work in the chains and then the little balance beam act. This is not the Olympics.
Yeah, we are not amused. The little wolf turn out of the basket. All right, Hailey.
So much excitement on this card right now.
Yeah, everyone's like, oh, we're throwing it in. That's what we're doing. Okay.
Holyn's like, I'm just trying to get my par.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Just trying to get my 20-footer in here.
Good for it. Still holding on to a 6-stroke lead. what a wild hole that just was. Holyn Handley still hanging on to a tie for the hot round with Lisa and Ella Wild
and Emily Weatherman.
Yeah, wild for her to stay in the lead and be shooting the hot round while looking really like composed,
Very
not
composed.
going aggressive.
Hole 17, a par 4, 525 feet, mandatory on the right, OB line left. You want to land a little bit more to the left so you can chip up a forehand into this gap. The more right you are, the harder the angle is. We've seen Holyn Handley get so far off the drive that she has a little backhand pitch up. It's unreal. We'll see if she can do it again. She's done it every day that we've seen. I really like this hole. For most of the FPO field, you need a solid placement backhand and a solid placement sidearm. Not everyone has both of those skills, and often you're left with that circle 2 stick putt we were talking about.
I like that even though this hole is on a pretty sloped green, it doesn't feel like luck comes into play as often, if that makes sense. Like you need 2 pure shots.
You do.
You can get some bad rollaways for sure, as all sloped greens do. But like Erika said, this is a really great FPO skill hole.
That's fair. Hailey and Stacie off to a good start, both on the left side, way down there.
Holyn's been throwing her disc a lot straighter and trying to get that little, like Erika said, kind of straight shot at the backhand shot at the green.
That's about 100 feet shorter than we've seen her land. Like, honestly, it's been unreal. That's kind of where normal people land. Doing a great job to get to the left side. Left is more important than far in the angle of the approach to the green.
Let's see if Holyn actually knows how to do this shot.
Yeah.
Since she hasn't had to do it.
Ooh. Wow.
That's great.
Turns out she has the sidearm as well.
A really nice touch sidearm shot.
Good
surprise.
for it. In the bullseye.
Yeah, no surprise. She's got this one down.
I think so. I cannot tell from here.
Let's see if Stacie can throw it in again.
No way. No, okay.
Coming in hot. She's still inside the circle, though, and we love putting back uphill.
Hailey, pretty much as far as Holyn has been, opting for the sidearm.
Ooh.
Pretty bad skip.
That was a really bad skip.
But I think we were kind of talking about this yesterday. That's why Holyn has opted from the backhand from there, just to control the speed on the way in. Holyn just going to settle for par here. She's got the strokes to play with. And again, she's never won without having to do a playoff, so it's probably nice for her to feel like she's in cruise control mode. She's eyeing up the slip and slide they set. Oh, no. Oh, come on.
Man, after all that talk about it being fair. No, I think when you hit the cage, it's just sometimes you roll.
Yeah. Anyway, there's a slip and slide in between 17 and 18. Oh, come on, Hailey, no. I mean, it doesn't... Well, how close is third place, actually?
I'm not sure, but I think Hailey is the type of competitor that once the win is off the table, which it absolutely is right now, she kind of loses focus a little bit. She's there to win only. And after that, I don't think it really matters to her what happens.
It's really... I was just going to say it's really nice to see Stacie put together some clean holes here, some good putts, get some highlights. She's a great player, just had kind of a rough start. It can happen to anyone out here, but putting together some good ones in the backstretch.
Totally.
Own with a great birdie of her own. Whoops.
Sometimes on these morning rounds, you really just need something to shift your momentum.
Yeah.
It takes a little while to wake up or to get started, get warmed up.
Okay, so Hailey sliding back into a tie for second with Lisa. She needs to birdie it if she wants solo second place.
Last but not least, 383 feet, slightly downhill, plays more like 350-ish, maybe a little more than that, but it's a very technical shot, even though it looks wide open. Because of that out of bounds on the right side, it's really easy to flip your disc trying to throw a distant shot and find it. It's really difficult to recover a par from there as well. A lot of players just landing short of the basket down in the bottom of the gully. A fun finishing hole.
I love a fist bump with the cameraman.
Me too.
It's so good. Stacie up first. See if she can throw this one in. Ooh, clips some stuff on the right.
Oh, kind of shifts the angle of the disc.
She's going to land on the really steep side hill over there. Not really much putting available. She's about 100 feet away. Own, forehand. Duh.
realize Owen was using a power grip always.
Yeah.
No wonder it goes so far.
Yep.
Now it's even more incredible, her control.
It looks like she's somewhere near circle's edge, looking at one more birdie.
Holyn still going for the green.
Yeah,
We
why
love
not?
it.
Bail out early, but it's going to be no problem. Cruising into an easy victory out here at Ledgestone. Hailey needing to birdie this one again if she wants solo second place. Par it for a tie for second.
A lot of air under this disc. Nose is up pretty high. She's going to have some work to do. That's way down the bottom of the hill. Maybe outside circle 2.
Stacie gonna have some work left here. Looks like at least 20 feet maybe for her par. Hailey dealing with these low branches. Really difficult to give this a run.
She's going to have to settle for that tie for second place.
It always looks like she's running it.
Dude,
It always does.
I still don't know if she was running that or not.
I don't think
I
so.
don't think so either, but it looked like it.
Just you could just read the confidence in the body language. Like I could make that if I wanted.
Owen trying to finish with a birdie, managing to hit that 20 under par mark. Very impressive.
Impressive that 20 under par just gets you fifth.
Stacie, not the day she wanted on Championship Sunday, but great way to turn around her round there at the end.
And another top 10 finish for her.
Heck yeah. Holyn just wire to wire, making it look very easy.
And cool to see her every round. That rarely happens. Congratulations, Holyn Handley, your 2024 Ledgestone Open champion.
Ladies and gentlemen, your 2024 Ledgestone Open champion. She's sponsored by Discraft, Holyn Handley. Oh, I feel great. So much less stressful than the last one. I mean, the last few months, it's because I've been close so many times, it's really been just learning how to handle the last day, because I feel like it does take a little bit extra effort to stay in the right mindset on the last day than the other days. I tried not to think about what, Hailey or anyone else was going to do. I told myself, you just have to play good today. You don't have to do anything crazy, and then got off to a really good start, made the putt on one, built some confidence, and was really just trying to stay within my own game.
This is a good time in the season to figure out how to win. We are 2 events from the World Championships, and Holyn is making it look easy out there.
Yeah, getting the hot round of the day to win it. Pretty insane. Her second Elite Series win of the year. Congrats to Lisa Fakis as well, tied for second with Hailey King. Ella Hansen jumping into that 4th place spot, also matching the hot round. What a crazy tournament.
Yeah, really nice. First time ever doing 4 rounds at Sunset Hills. I think it turned into a great FPO tournament. Love to see all the extra birdies. Next week, though, we are flopping, and we are going from wide open to the wooded fairways of Idlewild. Going to be a whole different ball game out there. Again, a nice little prep for the World Championships in Virginia, where we're going to play, I think, 1 open course and 1 wooded course. So shaping up for a very exciting mid-season. Congratulations again to Holyn Handley on taking away your 2nd victory this year. Is that right?
Yep.
We hope you guys enjoyed 4 rounds at Ledgestone Open. I'm Madison Walker.
I'm Erika Stinchcomb. We're the 2 hot geese.
Honk.
Honk.